In the heart of Porto, where red rooftops meet narrow stone streets, lived a boy named Diogo Neves. Diogo was small, but his eyes were full of fire, and a football was practically glued to his feet. Every morning, he'd run outside, shouting, "Mom, I'm going to play in the World Cup one day." And his mom would laugh, replying, "Then you'd better practice before school." And he did, every single day. Diogo didn't have a fancy stadium. He had something better, a cracked, fading wall behind his apartment building. To him, it was the best training partner in the world. Thud, bounce, thud, bounce. He'd imagine defenders charging, crowds cheering. Other kids would sometimes tease him. "Diogo, why don't you play video games like normal people?" He'd just grin and say, "Because video games won't take me to the World Cup." At age 11, Diogo tried out for the FC Porto Youth Academy. This was the moment he'd dreamed of. But as he stepped onto the massive pitch, he froze. The other boys looked stronger, their uniforms newer, their touches perfect. Diogo's legs shook. He missed passes, slipped while turning, and fell trying to shoot. His name wasn't on the selection list. The world cracked in half. At home, he whispered to his mom, "I'm not good enough." She held him close and said softly, "Champions fall, but real champions get back up." A week later, an old man named Mr. Clarks found Diogo kicking pebbles in the park. "You're the kid who trains at the wall, aren't you?" he asked. "What you have is not talent, it's hunger. Let me help you." From that day on, Mr. Clarks became his coach, teaching him everything from dribbling in tight spaces to staying calm under pressure. His most important lesson: a footballer must use his heart before his feet. Diogo trained harder than anyone. In the summer heat, in the winter snow, he trained until his legs shook and sweat dripped into his eyes. The old wall became covered in black marks from his ball, but he loved it, because every kick brought him closer. At age 12, Diogo tried out for FC Porto again. This time, he wasn't scared. He was thinking about the wall, the old man, and those words, heart before feet. He was faster, sharper, and more focused. When the coach read the new list, he paused and said, "Diogo Neves, welcome to FC Porto Youth." Diogo dropped his knees, a mix of laughter and tears. He rose through the ranks, from top scorer at 13 to a first-team starter at 20. The fans chanted his name, but he never forgot the wall or Mr. Clarks. Then, one sunny afternoon, a letter arrived. It was an invitation to join Portugal's under-21 national team. The World Cup was closer than ever. Finally, at age 24, Diogo sat with his mom, watching the national team coach on TV announce the squad for the 2026 World Cup. And then he heard it. "We call up forward Diogo Neves." His heart stopped. Tears filled his eyes. He whispered, "I made it." The World Cup was a whirlwind. Diogo scored, assisted, and became a global sensation. Portugal fought its way to the final. The score was 3-3 with 1 minute left. Portugal got a free kick. The captain put a hand on Diogo's back. "This is yours." It's the last free kick of the match. As Diogo stared at the ball, every memory flooded back the wall. The rejection, Mr. Clarks. He whispered, "Heart before feet." He struck the ball. It soared, it dipped, and it smashed into the top corner. Goal. When the final whistle blew, Portugal were world champions. His teammates lifted him high as tears of joy streamed down his face. Later, a reporter asked what gave him the strength. Diogo smiled and said, "I failed. I cried. I worked harder. And I believed." He looked straight into the camera. Dreams come true when you refuse to give up. Moral: greatness is not talent. It is heart, effort, and never giving up.